Welcome back. Some groups, pressure groups that is, have begun sensitizing Lagos residents on implications of domestic violence. The Domestic and Violence team from Lagos State, who visited Channels Television today, said that on a daily basis, young people, including women and children, are constantly being abused. The Director, Office of the Public Offender, the Director of the Office of the Public Offender, Mrs. Omotola Rotimi, warns that the law awaits those who perpetrate these crimes. She also gives her opinion on the cause of domestic violence.
People believe that, oh, it's a cultural thing that a girl or a girl child can't go into an early marriage and therefore can't be exposed to sexual activities at a very tender age. And then also the fact that people feel that, women and children, that they should keep silent and they cannot be heard. And therefore that when they suffer all this kind of things, that they have to keep silent and they don't have to speak out. But we are saying that no, this is wrong. Some even attribute it to religious beliefs as well, to say, oh, it's okay, and that their religion allows a girl under the age of 18 to have sexual intercourse, and therefore the child can go into early marriage. And we're saying that no, this is wrong, because there is a domestic violence law in Lagos State, and there is also the child rights law, which says that it is an offense for anybody to have sexual intercourse with a child under the age of 18. And also this law is also a global law. We have the 2003 Child Rights Act that also condemns anybody sleeping with a child under the age of 18.
Now, time now for business news. Let's join Adeshawa Josh.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Business News. I am Adeshawa Josh. President Muhammadu Buhari has appointed Muhammad Kari as the Commissioner for Insurance and Chief Executive Officer of the National Insurance Commission. Muhammad Kari's appointment for a 4-year term takes effect immediately. The new Commissioner for Insurance started his career with Royal Exchange Assurance in 1979. Muhammad Kari was, until his new appointment, the Deputy Technical Commissioner of the National Insurance Commission. He replaces Mr. Fola Daniel. Economic boost, inclusive growth, and attracting investors' interest are goals the Bayelsa State government hopes to achieve through the second edition of the State's Investment and Economic Forum. As the event wound to a close in Yenagua, Governor Sereke Dixon said he is optimistic of results that will transform the economy of his state.
Ladies and gentlemen,
unfolding Bayelsa State's industrial future, a theme for the second edition of the Bayelsa State Investment and Economic Forum, which has seen prospective investors and stakeholders in the state brainstorm and present strategies for economic revolution.
And I think as a nation also.
The two-day event, which attracted participation from within and beyond the shores of the country, consolidated plans by the state government to move its economic focus and revenue drive beyond oil.
I've already done the preliminary studies. We know the areas that are good for rice. We know the areas that are good for palm plantation. We already have areas that we know will be good for fish aquaculture. So we will give the land as our own equity and then create the enabling, safe, secure business environment, create the partnership with the host communities, and then give the enablement to enable that business take off.
We must have a conscious and deliberate investment in mechanizing the agricultural processes. How can we possibly get this done at the level of communities?
Professionals during Friday's panel discussions mapped out strategies on how to attract investments to mechanized agriculture in Bayelsa State through equity, debt, and development financing.
Who are the people in the company and the enterprise? It doesn't matter how sophisticated they are, but do they really understand the business? And the more they understand the business, the more that somebody who wants to invest equity into the company has comfort.
Bayelsa State hopes to be the power hub in the Gulf of Guinea and West Africa. It also plans to make agriculture a major focus in economic diversification. This includes the establishment of a world-class eco-industrial park in the state. With a population of about 2 million people and revenue generation falling short of its needs, economic experts believe Bayelsa State's Investment and Economic Forum is just the anchor Bayelsa State needs.
Moving forward, by next year, we hope to have a more robust summit where we will do an analysis of how far we've been able to move forward, arising from the understanding that we have had and also arising from the interactions and collaborations that have been built and the partnerships that have developed from here.
To the Nigerian Stock Exchange now, where negative sentiment continues as the all-share index dips by 0.84% to 30,180.27 points. Christy Cole has the details. Hello and welcome to the Stock Market Reports. The Nigerian bourse closed in the red, losing 0.84%, down 30,180.27 points. Seplat's share price is down 4.76%. Guinness lost 5% of its share price, while Julius Berger at 4.98% of its share price shaved off, down to 45 naira and 58 kobo. Better Glass, Ashaka Cement and Stanbic are on the top of the gainers chart today. Better Glass share price moved up 3.69% to 43 naira. Ashaka Cement gained 4.76%, while Stanbic IBTC shares appreciated 3.64% to 21 naira and 62 kobo. Continental, FBN Holdings and Guarantee Trust Bank are the volume shockers for the day. Investors exchanged 46.6 million units of Continental shares. 38.5 million of FBN Holdings were traded, while 28.65 million shares of Guarantee Trust Bank were transacted. By the close of trading, investors had exchanged 268 million shares for 2.1 billion naira in 3,621 deals. And that's the Stock Markets Report. I am Christy Cole. Thanks a lot, Christy. The European Union and the German Federal Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development has set aside a total of 5.33 billion naira to fund Nigeria's renewable energy efficiency, and rural electrification programs. The stated amount will be used to promote these programs for 5 years. The head of unit, Capacity Development, Mr. Felix Neitz, says the MOU is part of efforts by the EU, the German government, and the United States to support skills development for Nigeria's growing clean energy sector. And this is to help create a skilled workforce in Nigeria's clean energy sector by empowering local institutions to offer training courses for engineers, architects, and technicians. And that's Business News Tonight. The News at 10 continues in a moment.
To education now, which the United Bank for Africa determines to improve. The bank says it has resuscitated the UBA Chair of Finance at the University of Lagos, Akoka, presenting an endowment fund of 52.9 billion naira to the university today. UBA's Group Managing Director, CEO, Mr. Phillips Udwoza, says the fund is meant to assist the institution in teaching and research development, as government funding alone cannot do it all. Our correspondent Henry Ogunjimi reports.
It's one relationship that dates back to 1969, when the United Bank for Africa, UBA, first started its scholarship program for students of the University of Lagos, and 1972, when it launched its first endowment. Today, its presence is still felt in and around the university, and up here at the Senate chamber, UBA resuscitates its commitment.
We hereby present a check of 52,904,000 only, and it is to renew our relationship in the area of endowment for finance, and we know that it is going to be gainfully utilized for the whole benefit of Unilag. Thank you.
The Group Managing Director, Mr. Phillips Odroza, says UBA is encouraged by the feedbacks it receives about its activities and its desire for manpower development.
We've been financing power, we've been financing other infrastructures, we've been financing roads, we've been financing bridges, we've been financing airports, and so on. And we believe that human capital is very, very key to this. We believe that the endowment will continue to facilitate faculty excellence by providing the much needed funds for the recipients for research, for teaching, and for other educational activities.
The Vice Chancellor, Professor Rahman Bello, says the university will put the funds to good use.
I want to really appreciate members of the UBA management for deeming it fit to really showcase their love and understanding for tertiary education in Nigeria, because that's crucial, and University of Lagos in particular. The university will acknowledge all donations and promptly apply them to the development of the university, and from time to time give you reports on how your donations have assisted in development efforts of the university.
The University of Lagos has also drawn the attention of UBA to other areas within the university where it says its support will also be useful, and UBA seems poised to take the challenge. Henry Ogunjibi, Channels Television News.
Still ahead of the news at 10, a new king of the track has been crowned at the All Nigeria Athletics Championship in Warri. We have details in sports news. Please stay with us.